Good evening, Mask enjoyers. Hope you're doing right, because it's time for the abnormal barders. Tonight we have 7 skins to chase after. There's only 8 in total, so I'll just be very quick with you. Every single skin here is abnormal, except the Alto to AK-47. That's a regular skin. Now you're probably sitting there wondering, abnormal? Regular? What's this going about? Don't worry, I'll quickly explain. If you could look in the description right now, at the very top there are 2 videos provided. If you want to quickly, briefly understand what abnormals are, consider watching the short video that is at the top to give you a very quick, brief summary. Abnormal skins are skins that become marketable before the rust is even rotated, and we know exactly when it's going to happen. So please understand this. If we know when they're going to become marketable, when they first appear on the Steam market, well, we can race to put a barter down, can't we? So what we're doing right now is we're going to figure out prices to offer for all of these skins. And then, of course, we'll do the barders. And afterwards, we'll see how much barders there are for each of the skins, how high the price goes. And then we'll make a decision if we actually want to jump in and make a purchase. We'll see how reliable the support is. Simple as that. But, of course, with these regular skins, they only become marketable when the rust is rotated. Now, if what you see there in the short video isn't enough, you still want to learn a little bit more, like how to identify abnormals and understanding what times they appear and whatnot, well, consider watching the second video just listed a little bit below. It's about 20 minutes long, but it explains everything. And by the time you've watched that video, you'll basically understand how this all works. Understood? Cool. Right then, let's get started. Let's talk about the Metallic Beast Bearskin Rug. I did my 48-hour analysis this past Saturday, and I was looking at that. And initially I thought, you know what, I'm going to give a very nice, generalised estimate for its total sales. I think it was going to do between 20 to 25,000 subscribers. And I can show you that right now, because I always add the numbers over to here. So 20 to 25,000. It is Wednesday night. Next day is going to be the Rust Door, and that's how you got 19,000 subscribers. Currently, right now, it is underselling. Now, is that an immediate win? Is that an immediate, very cool thing to be aware of? Well, for the investors, yeah, sure. But I'm still a little bit conflicted. So let's just quickly remind ourselves that we just don't have that many bearskin rugs in total. There's only 7 in the game, and that's quite expensive, so I don't think many people can get that. Also, that was a Twitch drop, so that's come and gone. You can't get that anymore. So looking at the previous 2 skins that are accepted, please acknowledge this. Gingerbread bearskin rug, 26,000 subscribers almost. Then we have the zombie bearskin rug, 36,000 subscribers almost. This came out for Halloween 2022. This came out last year for Christmas. Now, as they initially appeared on the Steam market, they did dip down in price, both of them. So please be aware of that. As I look over to here, you can see it drops off, but then it rises up in price. Now, this came out in October. So it went down for a brief period of time, and then post-Christmas happened and went back up, and then went back down again. Please be aware of this. We're about to go through December and January. We're about to go through post-Christmas. We're expecting a lot of people to play the game during January time, yeah? And we're expecting that with more people playing the game, there is going to be more demand for skins and higher skin prices. So, in short, what you see happening here could happen all over again. But please be aware, when we delve into February, March and April, that's when the Easter dip happens. That's when prices go down. So you might want to look at the Metallic Beast and be aware that, yeah, okay, it will probably retain its $2 price over the course of the next 2 months. But then after that, oh dear, oh no. So you want to look at this a little bit smarter. If you're going to do a long-term buy order, be aware that it's going to drop off, after 2 months' time. And then, of course, as time goes on, will we see another bearskin rug being accepted? If we don't, okay, yep, that will probably graciously rise up in price ever so nicely. But I also want to just quickly show this, the gingerbread bearskin rug. This sold at $1.49, but when it appeared on the Steam market, it was immediately out of season because it's a Christmas skin, and it went all the way down to its lowest point March this year. It, at its lowest point, sold at 80 cents each. Now it sells for just over $3. Wow. But it's also a Christmas skin. Christmas is just around the corner. Don't be surprised that it's going up in price. So both of these skins here did drop off in price. Do you think Metallic Beast is going to go through that same process? Do you think Metallic Beast is going to drop off just after post-Christmas, just after January? I fully expect it. Okay. So how might you want to approach it? Well, if you were to jump in and try and pick these up for a cheaper price than what they're selling for in the Rust Store, and if you do pick some of these up, you're going to probably want to do a quick flip, pretty quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if Metallic Beast performs nicely and retains quite nicely, but I'm also concerned that it will drop off pretty quickly, as I said. I don't know how low it's going to go, but I also don't expect any more bearskin rugs. Now, maybe we have a polar bear Christmas bearskin rug being submitted for Christmas this year. Coca-Cola bear. If you want to. But anyway, yeah, okay. Maybe that will end up in trouble then. Wouldn't surprise me. But I just don't expect another bearskin rug to be accepted for the foreseeable future, not for another year at least. So I think it will just graciously rise up in price, but it will still go down for that initial period of time in the Easter dip. But after the Easter dip, we have the summertime, lovely. Summertime's nice. So, okay, it can work out nicely again. I am looking at this and I'm thinking I'm going to probably want to do 90 cents to $1.30. I think buying these for about like $1.30, that's going to probably be where it's going to be at its lowest price for a certain period of time. I can see it probably going all the way down to around $1, but I can see it rebounding and just going up. Now, it's also a case of looking at this skin. Do you reckon everyone's going to appreciate that? Do you reckon everyone's going to think, oh, it's so cute and beautiful. What lovely art. I don't know. Yeah, well, just point that out. Anyway, I think I'm going to do 90 cents to $1.30. I can see it probably doing okay for the first 2 months, but then it goes a bit funny afterwards. And from there, I don't really know where it goes after that. So, cool. That's all nice and said and done. Let's now talk about the Commando SAR. Now, the immediate thing that I looked at when I first saw this was doing the comparison to the Blackout SAR. Blackout SAR is reasonably valuable. Blackout SAR isn't ridiculously expensive, but it is selling for like $7 at the moment. So let's just go over to here. Yes, I am correct. It's still selling at $7. Now, this is a very well-liked skin. It sold ever so nicely when it first was in the Rust store, and since then, it's just been rising up in price slowly but graciously, okay? And as you can see, there it is. Now, of course, it was at a higher price just this past summer, as you can see. Very nice, very cool. Selling for about $8 there. But now, whilst it's still going up in price, will people see that this potentially... Will people see, by January time, seeing this potentially going up to a new all-time high price and think, wow, I simply cannot afford that. Is there any other option available? Yes, Commando SAR. It looks exactly the same. And it's much cheaper. This is only at $2.49. So as I quickly go over to the workshop and we just quickly admire it once again, it's got the lovely black sheen design, used for red aim sight, exactly the same as the Blackout. Now, back over to here, looking at the Blackout SAR, that did how many sales in total? It did over 22,000 subscribers. Commando SAR currently only has 13,000 subscribers. What? So it's very similar to the AK. The AK, in comparison to the Blackout AK-47, much more affordable, looks exactly the same, but it did drop down in price initially. But that was accepted before October. But then again, October wasn't necessarily too bad. It's currently down by 9%. If you were to look at all of the AK-47s in this game that came out this year, pretty much nearly every single one of them is down in price. That is also down in price, but it's only down by 9%. That's one of the much better performing AKs that have come out this year. Then we'll go over to here and take a look at all the SAR skins that came out this year. What do you reckon this is going to look like? There we go. Yep, okay, there you are. So only 3 skins out of how many? 25. Wow. Yeah, only 3 of them are currently in the positive, yet the rest are doing pretty bad. Do you reckon this will end up kind of like the exact same thing as the Commando AK, where this is going to be one of the better performing ones, but still down in price? I wouldn't be surprised by that. I don't know how low it can go, but I did see the Commando AK-47 going down to $2. Do you reckon this is going to get as much love? It's not like the Blackout SAR is ridiculously expensive. It's definitely not as pricey compared to the AK. That's one thing I'll say. The SAR is about $7, but the AK is still probably pushing it around $12 to $14. I'm looking at the Commando SAR and I think I'm going to do $1.20 to $1.80. Will it ever... You know, if you did that $1.80 price, will you ever see yourself potentially picking some up? I think you will. Because again, you also have to be concerned about that Easter dip afterwards. But then after that, summertime. So pick those skins up for potentially a cheaper, lovely price. And then, of course, afterwards, summer, you flip it, you sell it for a much better price. Now, hopefully by then we'll have a lot more Commando skins. And this whole collection will be performing better. Like, you never know, buddy. Tomorrow's complete the sets. Maybe, just maybe, we see that Commando Tier 2 being accepted. And then, we have another much more affordable Blackout alternative option. Even though we've also got, like, Pirate Collection. And, of course, we had Legacy Kevlar. And, of course, recently we had, Black Diamond. Shut up! Anyway, you get the idea. There's quite a lot of them. So, okay. You never know. But I do believe it can still retain most of its value. And it's still looking quite appealing. $1.20 to $1.80. Moving on. Neon Bismuth Sheet Metal Door. Here's a very funny thing to see. The original Bismuth door sold more than that by 50%. Well, yes. Now, of course, we still have another, day to go. but I don't think that's going to be gaining that much more. This is the lowest selling Neon Bismuth skin. Neglect this. This is no longer part of the collection. With the acceptance of this, that's getting pushed out. So, looking at this set, 12,000 subscribers, and the previous lowest selling one was the Sheet Metal Double Door with 15,659. Now, here's the question. Here's the big question. That's currently up by 59%. That's currently up by 166%. That's currently up by 172%. These have been rising up in price more so. They were already at $6. This appears up again. And then, of course, tomorrow, potentially, maybe another one. Armoured door, large box, we shall see. But that sheet metal door, is that sheet metal door just going to go up in price regardless? Is it just going to go up in price? Because if you've been keeping an eye on Neon Bismuth, that's basically how things have been behaving. Oh, look. It's just randomly been bought out and now it's selling for double the price. I'm sorry to say, but it has happened quite a bit. Now, this is a sheet metal door. Quickly take a look at all the sheet metal doors that came out this year. And what do you see? Pretty much every single one of them down in price. But Ultramarine's been doing quite all right. But, you know, as much as you can sit there and say that's been doing quite all right, you know, we've had some other interesting collections such as Shadowborn. We've also had, Watch of Doom. We've had Frog, Frozen Crypt. You know, not all of these have worked out nicely, and that's very obvious from what you can see here. But this, I'm conflicted. I still can see it potentially just getting bought out and gone up in price. Do I want to chase after that? But I'm also well aware that sheet metal doors this year have performed very, very, very badly. And they've gone down in price very, very quickly. I recently did like a $1 buy order on the Harbour Seal sheet metal door. And I've already been dumped on. I had to remove the buy order. Yes. Okay. But at the end of the day, it hasn't sold a ridiculous amount. 12,000 subscribers is good, but not like insane. So, okay. For us investors, if it hasn't sold too much, all the better for it to rise up in price, I guess. Will we see another Neon Bismuth skin being accepted in tomorrow's Complete the Sets? Well, if it does happen, that's probably going to get bought out. So, what do you reckon? Chat, what do you reckon? Even though it's a sheet metal door, it looks interesting. The whole collection does well, and the sheet metal door are going to have the lowest sales in the collection. Exactly that. I think I'll probably go pretty strong in it. I think I'm going to do $1.50 to $2.20. I think it'll still go down in price at some point, but I can also see it still retaining most of its value. I can see this collection potentially going even further as well. All right, with my water purifier or my Neon Bismuth backpack. We'll see. Anyway, I can see it still going up in price. I've seen all the other ones performing very nicely. Like, more specifically, I've got to bring this up, the garage door. We've had so many garage doors come out this year, much like sheet metal doors. That garage door is just comfortably sitting there. I've clicked the wrong thing. That garage door is comfortably sitting there at almost $5. And as we go through January, it'll probably push up to $6 as well. So you can understand why I'm still very cautious, but you can understand why I'm also very curious. All right, anyway, so you get the idea. Cool. $1.50 to $2.20. Let's now move on and talk about the Ultramarine Tier 3. Speaking of potential collection continuations that might appear tomorrow, look what was submitted this week, the Tier 2. Now, let me sit here and say this. Recent submissions for collections could still appear and complete the sets. It's not always skins from months ago and years ago and whatnot. No. You still see some fairly recent skins being submitted, still being accepted in them. That right there potentially could be what we see tomorrow. It could potentially also appear the week after, the week after, the week after that. You get the idea. So, okay. If we see new core pieces being accepted, what happens to the pre-existing core pieces? They get bought out and they spike in demand and spike in price. Now, look at this and back over to here. When I looked at the Ultramarine Tier 3 on Saturday, I saw the momentum and I thought, you know what? That's probably only going to do 10,000 to 11,000 subscribers. By tomorrow, it looks like it might just about, well, it will. It will have over 10,000 subscribers by then. And when I suggested that number on Saturday, I also said, well, that's looking to be pretty low. Especially if when you compare it to the likes of the other face masks and the other chest plates. Because on average, I think like all the Tier 3 sets so far this year, because there still potentially might be more, on average it looks like they're done between 12 to like 15,000 subscribers. And obviously that's done just about 10,000 at the moment. It's still below the average. So if it hasn't sold too much, and we potentially do see more core pieces being accepted, more specifically the Tier 2, or you never know, hoodie and pants eventually, all the better for it to rise up in price. How high will it go? I don't know. But it's also sitting at $2. I am still a bit conflicted there. I think I want to do 90 cents to $1.30. I I know. Look at Ultramarine collection. Just see how many skins have been accepted. I just don't know if we're going to see Ultramarine Tier 2 being accepted tomorrow, or it's accepted 3 weeks later. I don't know. It's going to be a bit of a wait, isn't it? But will it happen? That's part of me is like, yeah, surely it'll happen. Hedge should do a stronger buy order. But another part of me is like, well, what if they take too long to accept it? Maybe they do want to do a lot of older skins from months ago and whatnot being accepted tomorrow. Because you've got to understand this. There's a lot of people that buy Rust skins and they're also very impatient with them. If they don't get instant gratification, dump. Yeah, it just gets dumped and the prices struggle immediately. So I think I could do 90 cents to $1.30. I feel like that's a perfectly fine option. 90 cents to $1.30, still above like the halfway point, but still okay enough to like put there and just see how things play out. If we do not see Ultramarine Tier 2 tomorrow, I wouldn't sit here and say it's the end of the world, but you do have to keep an eye on these skins still, because as I said, other people exist and other people are a little bit rash, a little bit uncertain. So yeah, they'll probably unload their stock and the price will gradually go down a bit. But eventually, will we get those new skins? I hope so. So cool. Let's move on to the next skin. Greening Area Large Box. Now, what was I suggesting when I first saw that? Greening Area, I thought it was going to do 10 to 11,000 subscribers as well. I don't think so. I think that's undersold now. And again, Greening Area, they just had a rug skin accepted. Oh, no, a rug skin submitted. Sorry about that. Oh, have I accidentally leaked tomorrow? But yes, another skin was produced. And with the recent acceptances, the sheet metal double doors spiked demand, spiked in price last week. But when this appeared, this spiked demand, spiked in price. And this has gradually started to improve. Now, it was much lower than $2 before, trust me. Will we see some more Greening Area skins? It's on the, it potentially can happen. But also, I want to just quickly bring this up. Large box skins. How many have we had so far this year? How are they all holding up? Wow, okay. So only one's doing pretty good at the moment, Ultramarine. But all the other ones, oh dear. I'm looking at Greening Area Large Box, and I think I'm just going to do $1 to $1.50. I'm playing it safe. I don't have a lot of confidence. That's what I'm going to do. Nuke Small Storage. Perfectly fine looking skin. Small boxes this year, though. Bit questionable. Will we see any more Nuke skins being produced? I can see it happen. We did recently see the Nuke locker, which isn't here, unfortunately, but if I were to go to the workshop and look at Robstar's most recent skins, you can see with your own eyes the locker is right there. Huh. Was that submitted this week? How's that work? November 3rd. Oh, he's been waiting a while. Oh, wow, yeah. He didn't submit a skin recently. Okay, all right. I'm sure he'll be back, but yeah, maybe that gets accepted tomorrow. Who knows? Looking at this, I'm still not 100% convinced. Looking at all the storages, well, that's starting to improve. That's nice. That's slowly getting back up. That was doing okay. I mean, it still technically is. These are still going to take a little bit longer to recover. But yeah, overall, I'm doubtful. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do 80 cents to $1.20. Yes. And that's all the abnormal skins. So we have just one regular skin to talk about. That is the Al Totem AK-47. And let me tell you, with only 4,800 subscribers, that people didn't want it. People didn't want it. Sorry to say. But after getting the Blue Gem AK-47 Twitch drop for free, I don't think people are going to care about new AK-47s in Rust stores for a while. Because that Blue Gem is very special. Now, there was another Al Totem SAR skin being produced. It's right there. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Very cute. Will that be accepted anytime soon? Well, you never know. But it's not going to help out the AK. That's a 60 cent to 80 cent buy order. Have fun chasing that tomorrow when the Rust store rotates. And, of course, tomorrow's Rust store will be Complete the Sets. I'm already halfway through this. Sorry, I was talking about these skins earlier to my chat. But as you can see, Complete the Sets. This is my Complete the Sets candidates collection. I've introduced it to many people over the past couple of years because there is an actual official Complete the Sets list collection made by TGG, but it's private. Only Facepunch can see it. So, okay. I made this so people can get a good visual. You never know. We might see some backpacks being accepted for the first time ever tomorrow. Now, I know you're going to sit there and say, don't we have a Twitch drop? Yeah, that's a Twitch drop that's non-tradable, non-marketable. I'm talking about a backpack that you can buy with your money and also sell it and trade it and whatnot. So you got that. You get that. Okay. Will it be No Mercy or Flashbacks or Arctic Protection? We shall see. But, of course, there's many interesting collections here. Now, all of these skins, they are representatives of the collection. When you look at these skins, don't just assume it's going to be one skin right here. It could be many others that were submitted. You can see 2 here for Neon Storages. We never got cards box early this year, and I don't know why. But let me tell you, it'll be a perfectly fine thing tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if that's accepted. Like, if you look at all the Neon Storages that we have, they skip a number. Because we went from 1 to 18 with the large boxes, and then we went from like 20 onwards with the small boxes. We are missing number 19. All right? It would complete the set. You shouldn't have said that. Well, I did. Shut up. So many interesting collections. And I can't help to assume we're going to be seeing quite a lot of clothing and armour tomorrow. With not that much clothing and armour as of recent, it kind of makes sense. Will we see some primitive skins? I wouldn't say no, but I know a lot of you are preferring the camouflage skins, aren't you? Typical. Well, get a good look at that. A lovely batch of skin collections, but which ones will actually get acceptances? I have no idea. I literally have no idea. We have a bingo on my server. We have a bingo. People are making cards and whatnot. They're putting out like things they thought, collections they thought were actually going to get accepted. So you take a quick look at here. Thunder Gold, Reptile Hunter, Chameleon, Neon Storage, Porcelain, Pirate Collection, Black Diamond, Going Deep, that's quite old, Flashbacks. There's a lot of hope here. But I'm thinking you're just going to be coping tomorrow. You got to lower your standards. Don't assume everything's going to be A-okay. Sorry to say, but there's going to be a lot of collections you might not even heard of being accepted tomorrow. Some you might have even forgot. That's why I made this collection. There's a lot of collections here you probably completely forgot. That's it. Scream! Okay, anyway, so that's it. And I'm sure you probably saw the recent batch of skins that are submitted. As I said, even some of the collection continuations you see in the most recent batch of skins, they could still be picked tomorrow. Forest Raiders Furnace, anyone? Wouldn't say no, but wouldn't be surprised either. So if you want to get a good look at all those brand new skins, consider watching my most recent Rust Workshop Skin Checks video for November 19, 2024. It is right there in front of you. Wow. So yeah, consider giving that a good watch if you want. Cool. All right then. So is there anything else that could be said? Not really. There's nothing really else to say. Other than keep an eye out for the December Twitch drops. There is a Twitch Rivals event taking place between December 9 to December 13. And yeah, I'm pretty sure these are going to be the Twitch drops. I'm already aware of 5 skins that are being produced. You might have already seen them because I put up some short videos and certain individuals might have showcased certain things on their Twitter. I've already mentioned that, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, don't know of anything in regards to the general drops. Are we going to get Christmas Twitch drops again? Do you remember last year, if you just watched Rust in general, you got 4 Twitch drops? It was a sap, it was a large box, it was a sleeping bag, and I can't remember the other one. Was it an AK? I think so. Let's see if that happens. I wouldn't say no. So, yeah, cool. If you want to consider selling your skins right now, I also uploaded this video over here. Basically, over the course of 3 days, I sold $400 worth of Rust skins. It really wasn't that hard. So that's something for you to consider watching. And yeah, I guess that's it. I said it would be quick. And so, let's now skip ahead and take a look at those barders. Alright, 10 seconds to go. There's quite a lot of skins that are looking pretty interesting to chase after. I had to figure out what I wanted to prioritise. But the first thing I want to go for is going to be the Sheepman Adore. I am very curious. I just can't help to assume it's just going to go upwards. Will it be cursed like many other Sheepman Adores? Or will it be just the Neon Bismuth Momentum, which just bought out and then price go up? So, Ultramarine face mask is already there. Alright then. So, I'm going to be offering 0.7... Over to here. Metallic Beast has also appeared. I was hoping to do Neon Bismuth Sheepman Adore first, but yeah, it wasn't very fast, unfortunately. Right. Well, it didn't appear fast enough. I was too fast for it. Right, you already got a pretty good start there. Yes, you do. Commando SAR, also looking pretty good. Wow, that's a lot of decent barders already. Yes, indeed it is. Good stuff. Interesting. All right, then. You know what? What did I suggest? It's looking pretty good. I think I'll do this though. Over to here, greeting area, large box, decent buy orders. I'm still not sure with it. I'll probably do this. And then we've got the small box. Everything, what the hell? Okay, that came out weird. Yeah, alright. And that's basically all the buy orders. So let's now skip ahead and see what the abnormal barter support looks like for all the skins. Alright people, it's been 35 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at those skins and see if there's enough support for them to potentially retain their value. So with what I'm looking at over here, the $3 Neon Bismuth Sheet Door, I was very curious about it. Will it just, potentially double in price very quickly because people happen to like it? Happen to the double doors, happen to the garage door. I can't rely on that. The dreaded curse of the sheepman doors this year. We've had other interesting collections have sheepman doors, and whilst they initially worked out quite nicely, they still went down in price. And that's something you have to be aware of. February to April, Easter time, yeah, it's not looking good, is it? It still looks like most skins in general will go down in price after post-Christmas. But at the very least, if you were to acquire some of these now, within the next 2 months, do you reckon you can make a decent profit? Do you reckon you can make a decent flip? I think you could. But it's the reliability of, will it behave like the other skins? If you would take a look at the Ultramarine collection and the Shadowborn collections, two notable deplorable collections we've had so far this year, take a look at their sheep doors. They're probably one of the lowest performing skins out of the full set. Alright? So that right there, will it be, bad for the Neon Bismuth collection? Well, it's the lowest selling skin. And if people want a full set, there's not that many of them to go around, I guess you could say. There's still 12,000, I've got to point out. Still 12,000, but we'll see. Could you just do a buy order with these? Yes, you could. You could do like a $2.50 buy order. I wouldn't be surprised if you do pick up a whole bunch of them eventually, but again, when do you want to buy them? Because if you have a $2.50 buy order, I wouldn't be surprised the slightest you bought a bunch of these around February, March and April time. That's the point I'm trying to get across. You could go a little bit higher. You could just buy some right now. If you truly believe, yep, Hedge is going to have, it's going to behave like the garage door and the sheepman double door and the armored double door. It's going to behave exactly like that. I'm going to go buy some and try and flip them. You're more than welcome to do so. I'm not 100% convinced and I'm not 100% confident. I'm happy with my $2.16 buy order there. That's what I'll stick with. So that's what I'm going to go with. And then we have the Metallic Beast. So this is a $2 skin and it has buy orders going all the way up to $1.60. I still believe this will probably, slightly go below its rust price inevitably in the future, again, around Easter time, February, March or April. But it's looking like it's not going to go down below $1.60 for a while at least, with all this support. Will that stay there? Hopefully. But I can't help but assume we're not going to be seeing any more bearskin rugs being accepted for maybe another year. Let me tell you, I'm always looking at the workshop. It's a rare sight to see a bearskin rug being submitted, a quality one that actually has a genuine good chance of being accepted in the rust store. So, surprised to see this come out, and it's very unique and strange looking, but it got accepted, so props to you, Shedmon. But looking at this, you could probably try and pick these up for $1.80, but I think you probably could buy a couple of these if you wanted to. If you truly think that's going to be A-okay, if you truly believe we're not going to see another bearskin rug for a long time, I can't help that. Yeah, I really do think that'll just graciously rise up in price. Maybe all the way up to $3 like the previous two skins. And if you're happy with that, all right, cool, jump in. But yeah, you could probably try and do like a $1.80 buy order. It's up to you. Over to here, we have the Ultramarine Tier 3 set. Will we get the Ultramarine Tier 2 tomorrow? Or eventually over the course of the next few weeks? We shall see. But yes, if we see that Tier 2 armor being accepted, this is very likely to get bought out. Spike in price, spike in demand. You get the idea. So, it'd be nice, it'd be cool, but sometimes we see certain collections never really get another continuation, and unfortunately it could happen to this. So we'll see what happens next. It's been very successful so far, with plenty of deplorables. Now we've dabbled into clothing and armour, but will we see the Tier 2 set? With the support it currently has, it's going all the way up to $1.50 for a $2 skin. That's pretty impressive, but it's still kind of looking, I'm still unsure. I'm not super confident. But if you think, yeah, Hedge, no, it'll be all right, I'm sure this will work out nicely. You could probably try and do like a $1.70 buy order right here, $1.80. You could go buy a bunch for yourself if you truly think we're going to get those continuations. But just be aware of this. if it ends up not being, if we don't see the continuations for at least like 2 weeks or so, do not be surprised if people start dumping these. I'm very sorry to say, but it wouldn't surprise me. All right, so we'll leave it at that. And just to reiterate, no, that does not glow in the dark. People still ask. Right, Commando SAR. This is looking pretty okay. For a $2.49 skin with barders going all the way up to about $1.90, it's fine. Yeah. The AK went down by 20%, and, well, if that went down by 20% as well, this is going to end up at $2, which means these barders, they're probably going to be A-OK. It doesn't look like it's going to go down too bad. I think it's going to be fine. It didn't sell too much. Still quite a lot less compared to the Blackout SAR. Let's see how things turn out. Will Blackout SAR just keep rising up in price more and more and more over the course of the next 2 months? Will people just look at the price and go, nope, and then look for alternatives? And this is the best alternative, so it might work out nicely. We shall see. But with the price that it's currently at, if you really wanted to pick up a bunch of these, you could put down a solid $2 barder. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if you end up picking a whole bunch of them up. Again, do you want them now, or do you want them potentially in a couple months' time? Be aware of Easter. And then over to here, we have the Greening Area Large Box, a $2.49 skin. Highest barders basically stopping at $1.44. That doesn't look like it's retaining value. No. No. So, yeah, you could probably put down like a $1.60, $1.70 barder, a big batch of them. Eventually, you very likely will be buying a bunch of them with your barder. But if we do see those Greening Area deplorables still coming out and still being accepted, I think it will be spiking in price like the previous skins. So, we shall see. There was a rug skin submitted. Is it going to be accepted tomorrow or the week after or the week after the week after? I don't know, but we'll have to keep an eye out. So, and then we have over to here, Nuke from Small Storage. Yeah, it's basically half its price. I don't think it's retaining value. No. You could put a strong bard down if you really want to, but maybe just leave it a week or two, look at it again. I wouldn't be surprised if it's down by half, and then you could just pick them up then. Yeah. So, yeah, Nuke, I just don't think it has enough interest. Some of these other skins, they are promising. But still, I can't help but assume they're going to dip a bit. But is it going to happen within the next 2 months, or is it going to happen afterwards? Are they going to retain value? I'd like to see it happen. But, yeah, just be careful with your barders and always monitor them. Just make sure that your barter doesn't look too close to being dumped on. I put down a $1-ish buy order on the seal, what was it, the cute seal door, what was it, like 2 weeks ago. We just had it, harbour seal door, that's it, and I've already been dumped on, and I've just been informed someone's dumped a whole bunch more on. So let's just go over to here, harbour seal. You got to remember, other people exist. Someone's dumped 19. Yeah, that's going to work out nicely. Yeah, well, that happens sometimes, I'm afraid. So that's it. That's everything. We've yapped more than enough. Now we sit here and wait. Will tomorrow be absolutely lovely with wonderful picks where everybody's happy and super pleased with the choices, or will it be depression? What do you think? Oh, I don't know. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's see what happens tomorrow. So the Rust rotation, I don't expect it to be an early one tomorrow. I still think it's going to be around 8 o'clock in the evening UK time tomorrow. But we'll see. I will be streaming tomorrow. Look in the description. You'll see the links to all my socials. And I will be on Twitch. And we will be showcasing all of those skins. I am expecting a big Rust store. 10 to 15 skins potentially. Maybe more. I might be on stream for quite a while. Hey, I've got to showcase them off, haven't I? So we'll see how that turns out. Thank you for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. Say goodbye.